over the middle of the field. So let's go ahead and back this up. These deep posts over the middle of the field can be pretty tricky to slow down. We've all, I'm assuming, come out and been hit by a PA deep shot wheel of some type. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. The best thing you can do to prevent these type of routes is play a lot of man coverage. Now, a lot of the ways that you're seeing people beat you deep with these like PA wide receiver ends and the route combos they're using, you literally saw. That's like the 7th time I've said literally tonight. I'm not very happy with myself. So I'm literally going to not say literally again. But
I'll punch you if you do it.
In the Panthers-Saints game, you saw Ted Ginn get open a bunch against the Saints secondary. And if you saw what the Saints were doing is they were running shallow crossing patterns on the opposite side of the field. And then they were running Ted Ginn off a play action on the opposite side of the field on a deep post. So it's very similar to what you're seeing people do in Madden. A lot of times what they're doing is they're running like a short curl on one side of the field. Like with Wilson. Wilson's got like that comeback route on the left side of the field. And then Kelsey would be here as a streak to pull the defense deep to open up the post underneath. And then you have RB that also pulls the deep corner away if I'm in a cover 3. But here in man, you can just see like you still feel confident that you're gonna have a guy that's on him.
Right.
Like when you're playing zone, what ends up happening is no one's set to actually defend that player. So if you have a route combination that pulls guys in different timing, that post is going to open up. So like right here, this post is probably, if you get time in the pocket, that B route post, he's going to get open.
I ran out of time, so I had to go. But yeah, you want to get it all the way, kind of when he's crossing the hash marks, you want to get it between the numbers and the hash marks so that it lands and you have a chance to hit it deep. But these are some routes that the first play of like every game when I see a formation like this, I get pretty suspect that it could be happening. So we're losing our block shed.
It's right there though.
That's
you see
kind
it,
of
right.
it, yeah. And you can hit it for even more.
The best thing you can do if you feel like you're going to have that happen to you, play cover 2-man, and then user one of the safeties deep and just
gotta user one of the safeties
and just go deep.
And you can't get lost.
Right.
You know, Macklin.
It's a little bit about having playbook knowledge and formation knowledge.
Right.
Like, it's okay to get beat by every now and then, but you need to have some playbook knowledge. Like if you see a trips formation like this, you need to immediately think, PA wide receiver in. That could happen. And then you got to be ready for it. I know, let's try something out of the box here. Like I'm going to play zone. I'm going to spotlight the Macklin receiver. So here it is, Macklin, and I'm going to spotlight him in the cover 3, and I just want to see what happens. Go ahead. I'm not going to... If I go to get the sack, I'll run away. It worked.
So they went
the
to
shorts. The safety went to him rather than the streak.
Got it.
So you could spotlight. Let's try that again. Let me just.
And then maybe hit the streak.
Let me just do this.
That would be kind of.
I'll take one of these guys away because typically they're not there. Let me spotlight him. Okay, go ahead. So here's the play. No one's gonna rush you. But see, okay, now the streak is wide open. Right. Did you see that? So the spotlight took it away. It did what you wanted, but you might not be able to make that throw anyways to the A route. Like unless you know, like
right.
It's gonna be difficult for your opponent to know. Like
yeah.
He has to guess that you're gonna throw the streak. Let's try that again. So for you guys at home wanting to see what we're doing here, we're clicking on Jackson and we're hitting Y. We're then hitting A, and then we're hitting the receiver's icon, which is B, who's running the post, and then we're hitting A again to spotlight. What that's telling our defense to do if you're in a zone, it's saying, hey, pay attention to this route.
It's the most important thing on the field. So they're going to look to go to him. And that, yeah, so right there.
Yeah, that's danger.
That's safety.
Danger.
Yeah, I mean, he's spotlight. We told him what to do. We said, hey, we've had enough of
that's
these
why
deep post routes.
That's why I wouldn't feel that bad. Like, I wouldn't feel that bad if that happened. As long as I'm telling him to do that, I wouldn't feel terrible about it. But so we know that spotlighting there will work to stop the post, but we also know that it'll give up the streak. So then you gotta
see if you could just spotlight both and just see what happens.
What if
just
I
to
do?
Entertain me. See if it's the last one.
All right.
Probably spotlight Kelsey first.
All right. So Kelsey, spotlight, A,
and then
Y,
Macklin
A,
spotlight.
B, spotlight. Go ahead. Kind of, sort of worked.
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of worked. Well, the other thing I was going to say is if you just play zone like this, if you play zone, man up Kelsey because you know he's dangerous, and then spotlight Macklin. Like, will that work? Like, is that going to be enough? Like, will that running back guy be able to hang with him? Like, throw that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I felt like I had to go to the other side.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you want to get that route deep enough to where you can no longer throw it. Like, that route to A, I can only throw it so far with Alex Smith.
Well, the other thing is just play cover 2 man, and you're not going to worry about it. Like,
right.
Like, go ahead.
Although, no, I'll tell you what, man. The safety on the right side of the field, on the left side of the field,
yeah.
Right now he is, but there are route combos where he does not.
Right. If you put the guy in a curl on the left, I think it'll work.
Gotcha.
Like curl Wilson here. And street Kelsey. Oh, let me just get these out of the way. Okay.
So he's not attracted to him at this moment, but I'm saying like that's the safety you got to be worried about.
Right.
Like.
Uh-oh. Come on. You're not getting the end zone.
Pretty good right there. Yeah. Shout out to the Dirty Sanchez for a 1-year sub hype in the house. Sanchez